And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me for my second episode and the instalments in my podcast. I've got two of my best mates in, and thank you very much, lads. I'll introduce Jay first.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming in, lads. And I've got Jack as well.
Hi guys, you okay?
Yeah, tar boys for coming in. I told you I'd get you in. We've all got a cheeky group chat on our Facey, but thank you for coming in, boys.
Paid me 90 million to come in.
That's not enough, that lad. Yeah, but nice one for coming in. We've got a packed show today. We're going to be talking about, obviously, the second bid that come from Barcelona. Talk about with that. Bit of VVD as well, bit of VVD action. And then outgoing transfers as well. But the main topic of today's show will be the pre-match build-up of Watford. Get in. It's so close. I cannot wait.
2 days away.
2 days away. Oof. It's been too long. Sat not watching much footy anyway, but... Yeah, nice one, everyone. He's alright. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad yourself.
Yeah, not too
All
bad.
good, Jay.
Yeah. Obviously, I know Jack through Jake. Jake's been on. He was actually greeted with kind, obviously being Evertonian. But everyone kind of liked him, and I hope you did as well. But he's not one of those Evertonian to sound, but he's very level-headed. Jake.
He's not bitter.
Jake.
He's honest about what he thinks.
Yeah. It's only when the cameras aren't rolling he turned into a different animal then. But yeah, now it starts off with obviously the second bid, boys. It was expected, wasn't it?
We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if a third bid does come in, but 90 million, is he worth 90 million, or do you think he's worth more?
As we've all talked, I'm really more interested in what you think. Really, I've talked a lot in depth with a couple of people, but he's worth far more to the team in general, isn't he?
If 90 million came in 6 months ago, we probably would have took it.
Yeah.
But now you've seen Pogba,
the market and everything.
Neymar.
Yeah.
Lukaku.
It's raised his price tag by at least 50-60 million. Even now you could probably say he's worth at least 140, 150.
Yeah.
See, I agree with Jack there, but I feel it's one of them. If we get 90 million now and Barcelona don't come back with another bid, it could either go one or two ways.
Yeah.
He could either have a superb, tremendous season and we get 140, 150, or he could have a shit season and Barcelona go, well, we're dropping your price tag. So.
Sounds. But as we've all said, we do not want to sell. You'd ask every single Liverpool fan.
No.
He hasn't got a price, but I think it's more of the pride of Liverpool not being like seen as a selling club.
Yeah.
Obviously, we buy all Southampton's players. Sorry, Southampton. But I think for me personally, and for you and everyone in general, we'd only be, especially Phil being 25, 26, he's going to be going into his best years. Yep, as you mentioned, Jack, with the South American, and you seen the interview with Gerard yesterday. I'll let you talk about the South American pull of Barcelona.
Do you all want to go to Spain, to the big ones like Real and Barca? And it's because of the money there. It's hard to make them realise that even though you are going to win trophies over there, there's still other teams around. So trying to keep them is hard.
If we had Spanish weather, it might be a bit easier.
I don't think it's just that as well. I think it's like more of the language barrier, because in South America they do speak a lot of Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah.
So they'd rather go over there than come over to somewhere like Britain and have to learn a new language and things like that.
And
scouts.
But yeah, no, it is always a South American case. Suarez, literally Mascherano, even to a certain extent Alonso when he left for obviously Real. But I think the Premier League should be its pulling power in itself anyway.
Yeah.
If I was a player in Europe, like Griezmann or whoever, you want to play. But it does my head in, especially if we like in the future, Phil's gonna go eventually, but not this season, and hopefully not the next season after. But I want to see the best players in the Premier League, not just for Liverpool. Yeah. It does my head in where you see Neymar. Why couldn't Neymar have come to the Prem? Imagine Neymar in the Premier League. That would have been sick.
He was linked with United a few years back.
Yeah. Yeah, United get linked with everyone, don't they? But really, Phil, all of us are adamant anyway, but obviously I brought it on the channel, but for me and every single one of us here, we don't want him to at all go. But what do you think he will stay for another year, both of you?
I think he will stay for another year, but it'll be a case of keeping hold of him next year. If we don't win anything this year, it's adamant he's on his way out. But if we can win at least one major trophy, they could maybe persuade him to stay. And when I mean a major trophy, I don't mean like the League Cup or the FA Cup. I mean the League or the Champions League.
I think he will have one more season.
Yeah.
And that will be his last season.
Yeah.
Unless, as Jay said, we do win the league or we push for the Champions League.
Yeah. Like, just to conclude on that point, though, but imagine, do you think, I hope he would stay, Joe, if we won the league and done good run in the Champions League, but he should see the potential in this team. But it's playing with Messi and
Messi reuniting with Suarez.
Yeah, but as Klopp said a couple of weeks back, literally we'd build a statue of him if he won the league.
Yeah.
And he was one of the main figureheads and us winning the league first time in 25 plus years.
Yeah.
That's a bigger statement than winning La Liga with just the Barca team. It'd be just one of those Barcelona players. He wouldn't be, but it'd be classed as a Liverpool legend, or all of them would be, but especially Coutinho.
In Spain, you've got 2, potentially 3 teams that will win the league, so they all rotate it.
Yeah.
But in England, obviously, we've not won the league in 27 years, so if Coutinho was to help us win the league, he'd be more of a legend, and he'd be more, how'd you put it, more liked than if he was to go to Barcelona and win a league for them, because they win it basically more or less every 2 or 3 years. So,
but it's the ambitions and players. I'm sure Coutinho would love nothing more to win us the league.
Yeah.
I'm sure every single player in that team wants to win the league with Liverpool. That's Phil wanted to move and he signed that big contract with the thinking. But with Barca making their interest known and him potentially ending up there.
Yeah.
But I personally think, as you said, give us one more year, hopefully 2. We can just get more than 24 months out of him. That'd be amazing. But I'd respect that. And I love that he hasn't kicked off. He hasn't
put it the right way,
Yeah, he hasn't put his toys out the pram. But if he continues that, absolutely fully respect it. Go with all of our Liverpool fans' respect. If he just behaves himself, which he has been doing currently.
See, one reason why I think he won't go this summer is because Barcelona are now interested in Ousmane Dembele from Dortmund.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah. So, but obviously developments have happened with him. So,
what was it? Apparently they offered Dortmund like 120, 30 million, aren't they? Obviously, they're like us. They're in a position where they don't need to sell him. Both clubs, Liverpool and Dortmund, have been like, hey mate, you just got 200 million for a Brazilian.
For Neymar, yeah. So if you just got 200 million for Neymar, you know, throw it all over here.
Yeah, just all that money you've saved on avoiding tax, go ahead.
Like Dembele is so young as well.
Yeah.
He could go to be one of the world's best players.
Yeah, he's only 20 or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it could be one of them regretful things where they go cash in now at 80 million. But then give him 4 years' time, he's challenging for a Ballon d'Or. It's like, you want to keep him on you.
Because, like, when he brought Neymar in PSG, they talked about him being double worth the value within, like, 2-3 years, which is mad. Which is absolutely madness. But, yeah, that's the Phil Coutinho stuff. We've just done, but we just talk a little bit. Obviously, the second bid was officially lodged. But, Phil, you're staying, lad. Please, hope to Lord. And you'd be an absolute legend if you help us win the league. Good, lad. But yeah, quickly to follow in, we'll go into the VVD and potential replacements. It's the transfer window is nearly over. Thank the Lord. We've got another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Of every single one of us have been made up with. But VVD, I want to get your both opinions on every single one of us. For me, get into that defence, and as we were talking before, I'd personally give him captaincy because obviously he was captain of Southampton, but you can just see his quality.
He'd get into the defence straight away. Lovren,
yeah, I'd make Lovren my third choice. It is a very good third choice. Lovren's not terrible, but like there's times probably when you both watched him, you can see there's a mistake in him.
Yeah,
he's shaky.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It seems to be with Lovren, like in the small games, he looks absolutely world class, but then in the big games, it's like he doesn't turn up.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, lad? Do you reckon 70 million is worth for 70, 80?
I'd pay 70 million easily because you've got the player in himself as a defender, and we all know how good he is. But then you've also got the likes of the fact of how good much of a leader he is. You can lead that back four. We don't have someone in that back four at the moment who can put all the strings, tell people where they're going, and just literally sit. Is what we've needed for a while.
That's worth like an extra money in itself.
See, I think the little bit of advantage we've got over Chelsea is the fact that we've got YNWA, which is his Dutch teammate. So you know, maybe you could just get YNWA to give a cheeky phone call and tell him to come over.
But yeah, as Jack just said, how much would you be willing to pay for him if it did come up to a silly?
If
if Saints actually turned around and said, right, Liverpool, you can have him, but we'll go up to about 90, 100 million. Would you
90 easily.
90.
Yeah.
But if that was cash straight up, no player involved, 90 million. If like they were willing to do a deal where, you know, we give them cash and a player, I'd say something like 65, 70 million plus Mamadou Sakho.
Everyone's mentioned that, haven't they? Would you?
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. Like Sakho, it's none of us know what's happening with him.
No.
Like none of us absolutely know what's happening with him.
I rated Sakho as a defender,
Yeah.
but there's no point in having someone there. If
Paying
he's
him.
never
Not
going
gonna
to get played, you're just paying him wages.
Yeah, personality. We've had too many players like that
Yeah.
over the years, haven't we? Where they've sat on the bench. Jovanovic, Joe Cole, list goes on, Babel and everyone. But
Sakho's the same with Lovren, mistake prone, isn't he? So
yeah, as I always say, Bambi on ice. He's a quality defender. Don't get us all wrong. But you just look at him, you're like, lads, what are you doing?
see, I don't know whether it's something in the club, because every time we sign a quality player, they look quality at the previous clubs, and then when they come in, they're just making mistakes constantly.
I think, like, obviously he was a French captain, PSG captains. It's just the attitude, as we'll always say. You even if you worked with someone like that, you there might be a mate, but you're like, come on, lad, just do your job and be at least. And if they're taking the mickey out of the boss as well, that you're like, ah, come on.
Like Klopp stuck up front, didn't he, when he came in? Because everyone was saying, oh, Sakho doesn't deserve a spot and all this. And Klopp come in and went, I pay my defenders to defend, not attack. When everyone was saying he's like Bambi on ice.
Yeah. Sorry, lad.
So it is the same way. Yes, he can defend.
Yeah.
But with Van Dijk, you get someone who can defend unbelievably.
Yeah.
Much better. But can also go forward when you need them to.
Yeah.
I don't know whether any of you have seen Van Dijk's free kicks as well.
They are lethal.
Why is he in? Oh, please say he's the David
Luiz.
David Luiz.
Yeah.
Is he?
He was before David Luiz though.
Yeah.
Like at Celtic, he was banging them.
99 shot power on FIFA, lad.
30, 35 yards out,
Yeah.
and it just fly into the top corner.
I've seen that against Celtic.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Celtic,
did not know that. But yeah, so we've 90. We'd absolutely pay up for Virgil van Dijk. He's the biggest priority this season. I'd be happy. Would you say yeah or no? But I'd be happy if we just signed him, and I'd be happy if we just didn't sign anyone else. Or would you rather? Would you be happy with that? Yes or no? Did we just finish the window with Van Dijk?
No.
Yeah.
I'd be up with that.
Yeah.
I'd take that because I don't really think we don't really need to improve any other positions.
Defence
is vital. It needs to be improved as soon as.
I agree with that, but I think obviously with Lallana being our only more or less central attacking midfield player, we might need to just get someone in to replace him.
We'll talk about it in another show with Lallana.
3 months in.
He's my favourite player at Liverpool football. I love him to bits.
He's improved.
I just wish he was like 5 years younger. He's like going to his 29, 30s, but he'd be a player that can easily go into his 30s. But you think that we need to sign another centre mid?
I don't necessarily mean like Dele Alli or a Christian Eriksen, but someone who's decent enough to come in and fill the void in games that aren't as priority as others, so then you don't have to play Lallana constantly and risk him getting more injured.
Like coming into this transfer window, I wanted Van Dijk, Salah and Keita. If we can get Keita next summer for like 40, 50 million, I'll take that. As long as we get Van Dijk now.
Yeah, because that's like 2-year keep targets. Like, because the names that we've been linked with in the window, we've got them. Like, we've went after them. In other windows, there hasn't been really much players, have they? Apart from, you mentioned Martins.
Gelson Martins, I think, to be honest, because obviously at the time of the whole Salah situation, it was coming out all Liverpool in talks with Gelson Martins. Sky even confirmed it, but I think it wasn't a case of we're signing him. It was a case of basically saying to Roma, look, you know, if you don't give us Salah, we'll just go out and get someone else.
Yeah, but plus, so would you be happy with those? Salah and Virgil van Dijk?
Out of the 3 main ones,
if you...
Yeah, they tracked more on the next transfer windows as well. Yeah, they tracked players because we are making a big statement.
Yeah.
If any club's going on spend 90 million on a centre back, it shows they want to win. They want trophies.
I think we need Salah is an absolute. I talked to Joe. Let me know. Salah, what a bargain in this current market.
Yeah.
I think everyone's completely forgetting how much we
the
paid.
The average player is 30 million nowadays.
Yeah, like Kyle Walker for 50 million. We got Salah for about 38 million.
It's the brand as well.
Yeah.
It's like you look at Liverpool, 30 million on a player that's going to get a lot of shirt sales.
Yeah.
Compared to Walker, who goes and gets a full look on the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
It's like,
Unless-
Sorry, Tottenham fans, but you shouldn't be listening to a Liverpool podcast.
Any Tottenham fans out there, yeah, well done for getting
but have you
£85
seen-
million.
Have you seen the left back's kicking off now?
Yeah, Danny Rose.
I'd take him. Go ahead, lad. Just put a bid
Send
in for
him,
Danny
yeah.
Rose. I'd literally happily pay 50 million for Danny Rose.
Danny Rose.
He's a
50
class.
million Albert Moreno, the boy.
yeah, I would drive you know, better
Give
Moreno.
him range of free. Send him on the Arriva bus.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's really concludes on the Virgil van Dijk and obviously the Philippe Coutinho. But outgoings, we'll literally do a tiny bit. Obviously, we mentioned with the Sakho situation, potentially maybe a swap deal. Palace did show their interest a couple of weeks back, but it's very much.
And since then, though, they lost their manager, didn't they? And, you know, I don't know if their new manager's interested in him or not.
I think when I seen the Audi Cup,
Yeah.
Klopp actually said something sneaky, and he went, "Do you need any centre backs or something?" and he what's his
The
Southampton
Premier
Palace?
League Asia's trophy.
Yeah, it was in when all four of the managers, and you see the comment where he said, "Oh, you just got Arsenal away. That was easy." But Markovic, he's very much going, and he.
See, the problem with Markovic is who buys him.
I think we just give him away free.
He's one of them players though. Like, it was one of
Yeah.
them where in pre-season he played really well when we signed him.
Yeah,
And then when it came into the league, he didn't look as if he belonged there.
up to
Yeah.
speed.
He looked
yeah.
like a boy rather than a man. It was like he couldn't handle the intensity and everything.
Yeah.
See, I think he's more of a Championship player than Premier League player.
I wish he just looked like when he was in Portugal. He looked like he'd be a decent player.
Yeah.
Obviously, he played in the Europa League finals and that for, was it Benfica? We got
Benfica.
him, yeah. He looked like a tricky winger that we could potentially use, but it's a case of Liverpool being Liverpool. We sign those players that potentially, but some of them just don't deliver.
See, I know this might sound a bit stupid, but I think if Klopp had signed him, he'd be a great player. But because Rodgers has signed him, and then obviously Klopp's not been able to work with him because before Klopp came in, Rodgers loaned him out, and
I do
he's
feel
not
sly on
proven.
him. Two seasons out on loan. He's not been really given a proper go.
Yeah, but then he's not proven himself on
Yeah.
loan, has he?
I
So,
think
Even
that's
in
why he went out to Hull. Because
Yeah.
I think Klopp was sending him to Hull thinking, yeah, if you can prove it at Hull
yeah.
and perform in the Premier League, I might bring him back and I might
Yeah.
use him. But
He
he's
didn't
done
do
nothing.
too bad. Like, I mean,
But
Hull,
he
but
didn't keep him up, did he?
yeah, he didn't keep him up. But yeah, that's on the transfer front. But yes, yeah, Saturday, boys. What's the kick-off time? Is it at 11:30?
After all,
After 11:30, 12. But what are you doing? We're gonna go in the pub, aren't we?
Go to the pub.
Yeah.
town, pub,
Tom.
beer keller.
But I'm made up. I bet you are as well.
Can't
I'm
wait.
buzzing.
Yeah, it's been waiting so long. I'm so excited. Literally, we're gonna be. Yeah, I think if the game's a season where we just go full out ultra attacking on teams, but that attacking line, you're looking at that attacking line, even without Coutinho, obviously he's got a sore back, or whatever we're meant to believe. But Mane, Firmino, and Salah up front, that will tear teams apart. Let me know your thoughts on the excitement on that. Like,
Can I just give a shout out to Sebastian Prodo?
yeah,
He
you
better
got
start running now if he's going to catch Mane and Salah.
Hey lad, listen to this podcast. We give you like 48 hours water. Look. But who've they got in defence? The
Holebas, Prodo, Cathcart and someone else.
Yeah.
So they all better start running now.
RIP to all yous boys. But,
No, but we're saying that they've just signed Andre Gray, haven't
oh
they?
yeah,
So
we were talking about Andrew Gray. He's going to be a real threat. Obviously, when he was at Burnley,
9 goals last season or something like that in the Premier League.
It'll be a long balls forward to Deeney and then Gray.
Yes, that could be a potential quality partnership.
The thing is, though,
It's big and small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deeney's out of the game at the weekend.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got a knock, so
Oh, thank
their
God.
managers come out and said that he's probably 80% chance he's not
It's Marco
playing.
Silva in it at
Yeah.
Watford. I really rate the lad. The manager.
But, like, if you go with, obviously, Matip and Lovren,
Yeah.
you'd probably say to Matip, stay on Andre Gray.
Yeah.
Because if it was Lovren,
Pace.
it'd be,
Paced everywhere.
yeah, and it would probably be 4-0 Watford in the first 5 minutes.
Klein's out as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Trent
Klein's
Arnold.
out playing, so
I think Trent, like, he's looked so good in
Yeah.
the season,
I
hasn't
rate him.
he? He's, how old is he? 20,
I think
21?
he's younger, 19 or something like that.
As I mentioned to Joe, some of these players that are coming through, Like
Ryan Kent.
Don't you just wish you would have played better when you were
Woodburn.
younger?
Like Woodburn, I rate him so much.
He's
got
17.
quality.
He's getting his chance.
Like him and Solanke in pre-season have linked up so well. I think it was Solanke scored 1 goal in pre-season with 3 assists, and Woodburn's got 2 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah.
And it's like they're both so young and they both do so well.
Solanke, I hope he gets a run on Watford. I want to see him in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll obviously start the match with Bobby up front.
Obviously, that might be actually different, because I think obviously with Coutinho and Lallana both not available.
Yeah.
If we're playing our regular 4-2-3-1, who goes in that central attacking mid row? Does Firmino drop
I'd
back?
drop Firmino and then put Solanke. But Solanke's proved he can play behind the striker anyway.
Yeah, he's more or less.
So we can either go 4-2-3-1 with obviously the back 4 being the same.
How would you
apart from-
defend against that?
I want it like I was at Chelsea.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was 2 seasons ago where they had Willian, Oscar, Hazard and Costa, and literally all 4 of them just rotated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
What
can't
would
mark
you
it.
play that? The
If you were going to go 4-2-3-1, the defence would obviously be the same apart from the 2 full-backs.
yeah.
Obviously, I think Wijnaldum's a stonewall starter.
Definitely.
I love
Yeah.
Wijnaldum.
The other one at the holding mids, do you bring Emre Can in, or do you drop him and bring Henderson in?
So many options in midfield. For me, if it was everyone was fit, I would start, as I mentioned to a couple of the other lads. I'd play. I love Henderson, but I'm not too sold on him. I think when he got injured last season, you could see when he got injured.
We look lopsided, to be fair.
Yeah, he plays defensive mid, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think everyone's 3 midfielders would be Henderson deep,
Yeah.
Coutinho and Lallana. They'd be the 3 midfielders.
Or like you could go with a diamond in midfield and go Henderson holding mid, Can, Wijnaldum, Salah, and then Mane and Firmino up top.
Oh my
Oh
lord!
God, imagine that.
I think I've just had an accident in my pants.
Mane was there.
Just all out attack.
He played striker for Southampton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They scored an
Even
against us,
Salah,
didn't
Roma, he played right forward.
he? Yeah.
But imagine that's the option of versatility of both, like playing them. Like you can play them, even strikers. Imagine you said right, you two just go in the central areas and then just get in behind. But if you take Phil out of that team, who's going to give those balls, like deliveries, really?
So the one problem I've got, obviously everyone talks about defence, it's goalkeepers. Do you think Mignolet is a stonewall starter all season, or? I think he should give Danny Ward a chance.
Yeah, I really rate Ward. Obviously, what he done at Huddersfield last season, he's warranted his chance.
And Wales at the Euros.
Yeah, did he play one or 2 games?
He played every game
Oh,
at the
did he?
Euros for Wales, yeah.
Oh, sounds. But I really rate him. Joe, from what you've seen, penalty stopper, he's very good at saving pens. But I've got a feeling Karius, the back end of the window, might go out on loan. Because I think it'd be a bit silly keeping 3 keepers.
Yeah.
But you never know. Competition breeds confidence through the keepers, and we've seen it last season. Karius come in when Mignolet was having a shocker, and then he got kicked out. Karius when he had the shocker.
Basically, sorry about language, push off and God fought this and whatever.
Yeah, no, but it's. I really rate Mignolet as well. Back end of last season, goalkeeping position is not a priority at the minute. Ideally, every team in Europe has a good goalie.
Yeah.
I'd love David De Gea. Like that is the standard of keeper that you need.
Yeah.
Or Courtois or something like that.
Yeah, but for me, I'd happily play Mignolet.
So
Everyone's got a variety of opinions on the goalkeeping situation.
Everyone's coming out and saying, because obviously we got the top 4 last season. Everyone's coming out and saying, if it wasn't for Wijnaldum scoring in the first half against Borough, I disagree with that. If it wasn't for Mignolet's save at Stoke.
Yeah, no, shout out to Mignolet. Last season, the back end, he got his. You could say there's players there. Even Chan with that goal against Watford.
Yeah, definitely.
You need.
So
I think
I'd start Emre Can, just Wijnaldum over the top.
I think.
Never know, Mignolet volley.
I think with Mignolet, as soon as the season ended, everyone was like, we need to keep her.
Yeah.
But then as soon as Klopp come out and went, I'm not signing another goalkeeper, because we were linked with Joe and everything, weren't we?
Yeah.
As soon as Klopp's come out and went, we don't need a keeper. I think everyone got behind Mignolet and was like, do you know what? You're not
I think
too
we
bad.
very much should. He's not. He had a very good season last season. I think he only made 1 defensive error. I think that was against Hull, with a Hull away.
Yeah.
When he done that absolute howler. But it's like when I done my review of him, Simon Mignolet, check that out on the channel. I think he defensive headers from the season before last season, he made like 3 or 4, and he'd only made like 1 last season.
So I think personally he's probably the 5th best keeper in the league. Obviously he's not better than Lloris, he's not better than Courtois, Check and De Gea, but
and Lloris as well.
Like Lloris has got so many mistakes in him as well.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think anyone's better than Bravo at City. So
right. So we might as well do like back 4 then. Well, back 5. Who do you reckon to play?
Mignolet in goal.
Yep.
Trent.
Yeah.
Matip. Sorry. Mignolet in goal. Trent, Matip, Lovren, and Robertson.
Do you reckon Robertson will start? Yeah. Ooh. I don't know.
It's a different.
I think if he plays it safe, he'll play Milner, and then possibly bring on
Moreno
Robertson
or Robertson
in about 60th minute, or he'll go all out and start Robertson and see how he does.
If he's setting off like a 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that, yeah, I agree with Jack. He'll play Milner. But if he wants us to go out there and batter Watford on the opening day,
I'm just gonna throw one out there. I think he's gonna play Moreno left back.
He did say Moreno. I was in the space back, hasn't he? But is that in your space back as starting or?
I've got a feeling. Did the way he done it against Bayern. I know he's there to get played.
The thing is, that was Bayern's reserve team, wasn't it? So
I know, like, obviously with pre-season, you can win literally everyone in pre-season, but I think he's not playing. I might be completely wrong, but I think it'll be Mignolet obviously can go Trent right back. We're all in the assumption on that. Lovren and Matip obviously centre back paired in, and then for me Moreno, you think Robertson, who you Jack?
I think it'll be Milner.
Yeah. Oh my God, we've all got 3 left.
Can you imagine the scenes if he didn't even play Trent and just played Milner right back and then Robertson left back?
Or Flanagan.
Or it'd probably be Gomez left back or something, Matt.
No, we're coming out now. Going on, yeah. Is Moreno playing? Is Milner? Is Robertson? He'll probably play Flanagan now. Klopp, if you're watching, mate, no Flanagan.
But yeah, so obviously we're moving to midfield then. Do you reckon it's Watford are very, very
it depends
solid.
What they play in midfield.
Yeah, I reckon they'll play 5 in midfield, Watford. I think they might do a 4-5-1.
What, like a flat 4-5-1?
Yeah, do like a 4-1-4-1. Obviously, with I think they'll get that because they can't be leaving. Like they need a defensive player.
Have they still got Capuet?
Yeah.
He
played well last season.
He started off well last season, didn't he, Capuet?
The thing is, though, they've signed like Will Hughes, haven't they, and Tom Cleverley, so obviously Tom Cleverley.
I like it. Oh my! You know what he's gonna do on Saturday, don't you? He's just gonna bang one in from 25 yards. Oh, why have you just said that now? Sorry, Tom, don't score.
Yeah, Clevs.
But like, do you reckon he'll play the formation?
I've got a feeling he's either gonna go 4-2-3-1 or a 4-1-2-1-2.
Yeah.
If he goes 4-2-3-1, it'll spread everyone. Because have the 2 holding midfielders, so you'll have 2 of their midfielders coming forward. Yeah. To sit on them. And then you'll need to have everyone else pushing out because you have the wide players and the players to the middle. It's hard to defend against, especially if you've got half front 4 going forward. If Klopp says go out there and just run, no one's defending because you can't keep up with the pace and the skill of them.
Just literally touching quickly on that. It's completely off topic, but imagine a City versus Liverpool match in the future, all out attack. But we're the attacking team, but obviously Watford have got to come out at us, but
I think
you can't be too cautious.
There's a saying out there, aren't you? You know, sometimes if you're the home team, you've got to play like the away team.
Yeah.
So I think obviously Watford are looking at it and going, we potentially got to play as the away team and attack them instead of them attacking.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Do you reckon is Gray been playing? Because he might.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I don't follow Burnley, so.
Yeah. Well, I hope, Lord, he doesn't play.
He scored last season, didn't he?
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, no!
However, we were putting Club on that day.
But yeah. So for midfield, for me personally, Henderson, Biendo, won't he?
He's got to play.
Yeah, Ensign, the sitting midfielder. Ginny will play, won't he?
He's definitely playing.
And then Ray Chan.
No.
No. Who would you play? Obviously,
It's
no.
what formation you're playing.
4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. It can be
4-2-3-1.
35.
I agree with the two holding being Genie and Jordan. I'd then go with like Mane and Salah rotating.
Yeah.
Firmino. And then if Sturridge is fit, Sturridge. If not,
I
Solanke.
think we need
What
a
about
prayer for him.
Origi? I rate Origi.
Origi.
I think he's one of them players though. He's not good enough to start, but he's good enough. He's
To
good
come off
enough
the bench
off the bench. Half an hour left. Just go on then again. Just run.
like he did it.
Would you
against-
play Origi wing or striker?
Striker.
Because when he's got a kick over the backside from Solanke and he coming in. I think this season he's got to deliver.
He has to deliver.
It's like we were saying about Coutinho before. It could be Coutinho's last season. I think this is a make or break season for Origi as well.
Yeah, defo. Absolutely bang on there.
Subs bench, if we want to discuss that.
Yeah.
Probably
the front,
Karius.
obviously, just quickly, the front line, as we just said, it speaks for itself. R.I.P. Watford, but bench.
Either Karius or Wood. Don't know.
Yeah.
Any of them two. And then obviously Klein's out, isn't he? So if you want a full back who
Big
can
club
play
on.
both right back or left back, if you need to bring one on, probably Gomez.
Yeah.
And then Clavan. And then if you go in midfield,
Alberto, do you reckon? Maybe as potential forward player.
Yeah, because he can go for.
He can go
for
yeah,
all
maybe
players.
3
Yeah.
defenders in, 1 or 2 midfielders. So obviously like Gomez, Clavan, Moreno, and then midfield Emre Can.
Easily. Chan's definitely good enough for the bench.
Yeah.
Chan is
And
good enough
then-
for the bench.
Do you go with 1 or 2 attackers on the bench? Do you go with like Woodburn as a winger
Yeah.
and Danny Ings or Origi as a striker?
Or Solanke as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
depending who starts, doesn't it?
Yeah, at least I'm so happy that we're naming names and we've got variety in numbers. But obviously injuries will come. But
Yeah.
you're looking at last season and you've got kids. Even though the kids, but we've Solanke's looking very promising.
Arnold's looking promising.
Even our midfield, Trent's, they've all had a year's more experience, and I think that'd do them a lot.
Do you know what the
a
good
lot
thing
more.
about Trent is though? Is he's had to adapt to right back. He's not
Yeah.
naturally right back.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a right midfielder. So
He's versatile. Can he play midfield maybe?
yeah, I think he can play. Like if you're going with holding mid, he can play holding mid,
Yeah.
right mid and right back.
That
So-
sounds.
He's just a quality player, and I'm glad we're having a conversation. And the whole point is that we've got so many players to pick from. We're struggling to name like who we're going to start.
If we're doing this, then the Watford
What's it-
team,
yeah.
and they'll be like.
if we're doing this, just imagine what's going through Klopp's head.
But I think obviously we're talking about this when we talk about transfers, but it's just if we can get that 1 or 2 extra players in,
Van
like
Dijk
if
and
you can get them nailed down, like
obviously, like I said before, we all want Van Dijk, but you'd be happy with Van Dijk. I'd be happy if we did get Van Dijk, but I think we just need someone else to
I
replace
do get your
Lallana.
midfield. Yeah, I do get the midfield option.
Because Lallana's
We could-
getting on a bit, isn't he? So, and obviously he's our only real player that can play as the attacking mid, unless you drop Firmino back there. But then can Firmino readapt to that?
Like it was a centre forward attacking mid.
Yeah.
Back on
winger.
Hoffenheim. Obviously, he's playing against him soon. Anyway, we'll do a pre-match and all that. So come back on, boys.
Yeah.
we'll
Nice
we'll
one
do
for having us.
Yeah, no, we still got the score predictions. So, lads, what are your score predictions? For me, I'll do mine first. I think I'd happily take a 1-0, put it that way, 3 points. I think we need to get a starting winning mentality. We looked at the fixtures this season. We haven't got a tricky run, I wouldn't say. Really, we got Palace the week after, obviously.
Arsenal after that, and then
Yeah. But I'd happily take a 1-0, but I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. It'd be a tricky game going to, obviously, Watford.
yeah,
First game of the season.
I'm gonna say I think we'll concede, but I think it'll be like 2-1, 3-1.
Nick and my 3-1 there, lad.
I think it all depends on Watford. If Watford come to play football,
Yeah.
and they don't sit behind, if they come and come at us,
Yeah.
we should be able to beat them 3-1, as you said.
Yeah. It's,
If they park the ball.
If they park, we're looking at a 1-0, possibly a 2-1.
yeah. It literally, we could... What I don't want this season is teams now to players against us last season. Sit behind the ball, frustrate us, because even us as fans were like, oh, like screaming at the telly. But it's so difficult for the players to even like try and get past that. But I think that's where Solanke will come in. I really like the lad. Like,
or Danny Ings or someone like that.
Yeah, like, but even with Solanke, the presence of him,
He's tall, isn't
yeah, he can literally, you see him pre-season, he's a big lad, and he scored a couple of headers. He likes to get in that box, in the 6-yard box, and he's always in the right place. I think if you throw him on the last 20, 30 minutes, he gives you another option. But it'd be interesting to see this coming season how teams play against us in, obviously, when we're going away from home, because I bet you $1, like, teams won't open up against us.
Like, you look at it last season when teams would park the bus, the one place on the pitch is always out wide. There's always space out wide.
Yeah.
There's a lot less space in the middle. And I'm glad now you can have Coutinho in the middle if he does stay.
Yeah.
Have Coutinho in the middle and just taking them little pockets of space, dragging men out. Because if Coutinho and Saga on one side,
He's done that
it leaves Mane on the other side with space. Mane's getting a ball in. There's a lot more space for players to attack it.
Oh,
He done that at West Ham last season, didn't he? When he played him in the centre mid role, he started dragging like Noble and Kouyaté out of position, so it let people.
I think, that's the as you mentioned, you both mentioned it. I'm excited to see that because I think Salah just gives you that extra player where you have to mark.
Yeah. We needed a winger.
Yeah, you need, like, especially as you just said, then Jack lad, the wingers. I think we'll play very much wing play this season. We'll drag it out.
This is where,
and stretching the play.
like you said about wing play, this is where I think Solanke might actually be a first team player, because obviously everyone's coming in saying that'll be under 23s. If you've got the wing play, you need a big man in the middle.
Yeah, like knock it down, even as you said, to fill midfield, whoever's playing, because as you just said, then dragging players out of position is very key. But imagine if you got Bobby. Bobby's not gonna. Hopefully he bangs in 20 goals, but he's not your goal poacher. But hopefully. He's one of those players. I think, like seeing with Klopp a couple of weeks back.
He can't put a ball in the back of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, come into the season, he'll bang in a winner at Stamford Bridge to win his league title.
Yeah. Oh yeah, boy. We'd literally run round, going mad. Liverpool would.
I think
Liverpool would go mad if we actually won.
Like, if we won the league, they'd have trophy possession, but I think it'd be bigger than the Champions League one.
Yeah, no, it would. I think everyone and the nan of Liverpool supporters would come out and like we'd literally like build a 50-foot statue of Jurgen Klopp outside Anfield.
A few fake Evertonians there.
Yeah. I'll support Liverpool though.
Goal scorers on Saturday.
Ooh. I think Mane will probably get.
I hope Salah scores.
Yeah.
I want Salah to score more than anyone. Just come in straight into the Premier League, because when he's been here before, he's been described as a flop, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
If he comes, cuts inside, and just chaos on top in, it's like, I'm here now.
He's born to score against Chelsea, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's got it written all over.
It's got
it.
happen.
No, but like, what were you saying, Jay? Yeah,
if I'm going to go with me 2-1, I think it'll be Salah and maybe Bobby. If I'm going to go with me 3-1, it'll be Salah, Bobby, and an own goal.
Oh, you're scoring that own goal, lad. Don't be saying own goals.
No, I mean own goal. They score an own goal.
Sound. No.
Love him.
No, that's where it comes into their scores, I think.
And then that's where Klopp goes, right, give us 70 mil to get Van Dijk.
Do you remember Palace away last season when Lovren made that mistake for Karius, and Karius had to come out and hit the ball and someone put it over him? I can just see Lovren, I hate to say it, I can just see Lovren headering it over Mignolet or something like that.
I hope we all hope Lovren.
3 points.
Yeah. Because what I'd love more was like to Lovren to keep Virgil van Dijk out of the team if he was on form. Just Lovren just play amazing. Like, he just needs to be a lot more consistent. Like a majority of these players need to be a lot more consistent. That's us as a team against the smaller teams. We need to, if we continue to form against the big boys, we're fine.
See, the problem we've had in the past with defenders is like they mark someone, whereas if Watford just go with the one up top in Andre Gray, if you the two centre halves rotate, because then he doesn't know who he's coming up against every time.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to Lovren, right, you keep hold of Andre Gray and then Matt Heaps, whoever their attacking mid is.
Yeah.
You're gonna have problems.
I don't think our defence would have to be that attacking with Salah now.
No.
Because I think when either we played Moreno or Milner, there was always that incentive to always use down that left side.
That's sad.
But you've got Mane and obviously
Because
Salah.
that's Coutinho running, wouldn't it? As soon as Coutinho come inside, Moreno will be on the flank, getting behind. And it's like, that's the benefit of having wingers now. It's like if you get the ball 25 yards out, the only played one in that position is Coutinho, and having him in the middle will be lethal.
We've seen what Mane just done. Yeah. Just imagine if he's even better than Mane.
I know, it's
oh my lord.
I'm going to change my scores.
Here we go, lad.
I'm going to go Salah.
10-1.
No, I'm going to go Salah, and I'm going to go Genie to get his first away goal in the Premier League.
Ooh.
But, yeah, if he scored that, then we're definitely better win the league.
Who would you put on pens though?
Firmino looking like, is it looking like, it's very much looking like Bobby, isn't it? Obviously James missed his last pen. Yeah. But do you
It
think
depends. If Firmino's on the pitch, Firmino. If Firmino's not off the pitch, Mignolet. I'm joking.
It's not FIFA, lad.
4-0 up, 90th minute. Simon, go on, mate.
But yeah, I think anyone else want to mention anything before we finish up the show? Anything like special, really, that you're looking forward to this season, really? This
Champions League.
Champions League. Oh yeah, we can talk like
Champions League after Anfield.
Were you happy with the draw? Obviously, I've talked a bit about the draw, but it's, what do you think on getting Hoffenheim?
It's the worst, and I don't mean the worst in like the worst team.
Yeah.
I mean the worst is in they were the hardest team out of the 5 that we could have got.
Yeah.
So obviously we had the choice. It was Istanbul, Steaua Bucharest, Nice, Hoffenheim, and someone else. I think
Nice did well
Young
last
Boys.
season though.
Yeah, and Young Boys of Switzerland. I'd rather have someone who's played before in Young Boys and we know how to beat them than someone who's not played in Hoffenheim.
I think, because it's the Champions League, you're going to come up against the best teams in Europe. So getting a team like Hoffenheim in the first round, you beat them.
Yeah.
You're going to get hard teams anyway.
It's as a rule, as a European football, you've got to play every hard team in Europe. There's no easy team. Yeah, drinks up.
As we proved in our last run out in the Champions League.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. By all means, Hoffenheim seem to be sounding like a very good. You've got the youngest manager in European football.
Yeah.
Can't believe he's 30. You could literally be playing on the pitch. He's got very much like a Brendan Rodgers and Jurgen Klopp. They were players that you started off their managing careers. But I think they've literally just lost I've completely forgotten the lad's name, but one of their main strikers is injured, and they lost their 2 best players. I think it was Kevin Volland, obviously. He was a player that I wanted Liverpool to sign. He's very good.
Firmino's coming up against his former club as well, so...
I was made up when we got them. I was like, oh, at least Bobby hopefully bangs in an hat-trick there. But how far do you reckon we can really achieve in Europe this season? If we did get Van Dijk?
If we get last 16...
Is that a good season? Would you judge?
I think we need better than that, but if we get last season and get knocked out by someone like Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, something that you can say, like, fair enough, they're probably going to be in the semis or the final.
Yeah.
But
so
if
you can take
we
it.
get knocked out by someone like Lou de Goretz or someone like that.
Yeah.
I think... Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I agree with Jack in the case of last 16. That's the minimal.
Yeah.
I think group stage, you have to get through the group stage. You can't drop down into Europa League and be playing.
Can't be playing like
Europa League.
Yeah.
FC, whoever they are in
Czechoslovakia or something.
Liechtenstein or something like that.
Yeah. But it's exciting. European nights, and I'll be back at Anfield. I'm gonna try and get a ticket. Obviously,
they go on sale soon. I was gonna try and get one today, but you have to like register something, don't you?
Yeah. But like with Klopp and that squad, as I mentioned to Joe and a couple of the other lads, what do you reckon? I think we've got a better chance in Europe than the Premier League.
Yeah.
Just the way in which we play, our style of football, European teams will come at us.
See, that's why I totally agree, because obviously as you've seen in previous seasons under Klopp in the Premier League, when we played the big boys,
we played better.
We played better.
I think that's because the players the big boys have got as well.
Yeah.
It's like your manager can say to a player, I want you to do this, but if that player's always played the way he plays anyway, as in like wants to run behind, wants to drive forward.
Yeah.
If a man says stay back, you might stay back for 5-10 minutes, but he'll want to bomb on constantly, so it'll leave space there anyway.
Yeah.
So in big boys, that will be the case. They have the best players who will want to score a goal.
More big-headed players than that. I think. I can't wait for European football to hear that Champions League music back at Anfield.
The thing is though, at Anfield, will the atmosphere be there?
European night, it will be, won't it? Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so, but you know.
I think European teams have missed us. You look at, like, see, City were the only team to actually go further, obviously. But I think teams they've wanted Liverpool in the Champions League. We've wanted to be back in the Champions League. But with Jurgen and what he's done with Dortmund in the Champions League, I think, we've got... I can just see us doing far better in the Champions League. like obviously as we just mentioned, our teams are
Let's
opening up.
just hope we don't do Leicester City though and just focus on the Champions League and, you know, almost get relegated.
We're not going to get relegated. Oh my lord! But if it meant finishing outside top 4
But winning
and
the
with
Champions League.
would you take that? That's an interesting. Oh, and that guarantees you automatic
winning the
qualification.
Champions League.
But finishing 5th.
I don't care about that. I mean, I'll take Champions League all day.
Yeah, like Champions League.
You know,
Obviously, the Premier League's more important to us as fans. But if you go ahead, you could win the Champions League. You automatically qualify for, obviously Champions League if you win it. Yeah, we've won a sustained Premier League campaign. But if you get to say Christmas and you get through like the knockout games and all that, and you're like, right, we're about 3rd or 4th, and you literally just focus on it. Obviously, as you mentioned there, Jay, with Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester could have done it. Like you look at it and they're beating the
playing
teams.
well.
Yeah, you've got to take it one game at a time. You can't go, oh, you know, we've got Real Madrid away in like, you know, if you win the group in December, you can't go, oh, the draw's been made. We've got Barcelona at home in February and just you know, not
obviously managers and that you take one game at a time anyway. But I hope imagine that it's the Jurgen Klopp effect. He's only been here for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And even with more as well this season.
Yeah.
Like every Liverpool fan you speak to, everyone's optimistic about what the season's going to bring. And it's been the best it's been for a while.
Yeah.
And I think Europe does help a lot because everyone's thinking, I want to go to the game. I want to go to the game constantly.
Yeah.
And everyone just can't wait.
You've got to, as much as obviously you want to focus on the Premier League and the Champions League, I think for Jurgen Klopp to win a trophy, you maybe have to focus as well on one of the cup competitions.
Yeah, definitely.
Because obviously he's been to 2 finals with us and lost them both, but you know, with football getting bigger and bigger, trophies are there to be won. So you know,
we're a club that lives off trophies.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mentioned this. It's literally to conclude. Then, what would a good season? What would you like? Where would you like it? Well, realistically, if say we don't get Virgil van Dijk in, and we just ended up, where could you see us finishing in the league? And what would be your ideal season? Like being realistic.
Is this if we get Virgil van Dijk or if we don't?
Okay, we'll throw Virgil van Dijk in then. wait. In terms of if we did get Virgil,
if we got,
and no one else.
If we got VVD, then I could see us finishing potentially top 3, and maybe, just maybe, making it 6 in Champions League.
Yeah.
But if we've not, I think we'll struggle to get out of the group stages in Champions League. It depends who we get in our group stage.
The draws haven't even been made. Yeah. We could literally get the group of death.
The problem we've got is we're second seeded, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll go into a pot, and we could potentially face someone like Barcelona or Real Madrid, or
you can get Bayern. You can get like a Spanish champion, and obviously Dortmund or someone like thrown in there. But or would you finish, Jack? Would you definitely?
I'd happily take with Van Dijk. I think being realistic, what you're looking at top 3, as you said.
Yeah.
I want the FA Cup. I want to win that, and then be getting last 8 of the Champions League.
Yeah. I think we'll all agree that the EFL Cup, or whatever it's called now, is just fucked that off completely.
I'd happily take it. It's a cup.
I'd take it, but I wouldn't prioritise it.
Yeah, not prioritise it.
It's one of them. You don't set your season out and go, right, we've got to win the EFL Cup.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it and go, right, if you get to the final,
if you get to like the last 4 or last 8, you're like, yeah, go ahead.
We'll win it. But if you get knocked out by someone like Accrington Stanley, you're not really going to be arsed, are you?
No. But for me, as you mentioned, I think that's the majority of Liverpool fans' top 3 we're aiming for. But I want us to win a trophy, even if that is the EFL Cup. But I want us to win a trophy. This season, it's been too long without a trophy.
I think we've won, 3 trophies in the last 12 years?
That's not good enough.
We've always been that team who like chumps though, massively. It's like you'll come up against
the nearly men. We've always been
big teams.
It never used to be.
13-14 season. Title was in our hands and...
That never gets mentioned on this channel.
Sorry.
Get out.
Big teams, you'll smash them. You come up against little teams like, I think it was the FA Cup a few years back.
Villa in the FA Cup.
There's Villa and you've got like the likes of Reading. Getting knocked out by Reading in like the quarters.
It's the mentality of us as fans as well. Yeah. And if it's us in our heads, we're like, oh yeah, we'll win them. But I think that's the thing when we're playing smaller teams at home. Everyone turns up to Anfield expecting us to win. it's like, yeah.
No one
And I
gets
think-
wild for it. Like,
Yeah.
it's Chelsea
I think
United,
that's-
everyone's going for
Yeah.
it.
That's what goes on in the players' heads as well. 'cause
Yeah,
they'll
definitely. If
come up
we're
against-
doing it, then they're obviously doing it.
They'll look at it and go, right, it's only Huddersfield Town, we should stick 4 or 5 past these, and then
Turns up to sitting behind the ball
Yeah.
and take
Look,
90th
Plymouth.
minute.
Plymouth, it
we
took
had
us
that
a
0-0.
Lucas Leiva.
Oh, yeah.
A Lucas Leiva goal of all people to beat Plymouth.
I think Lucas was like, oh, come on, lad, just score. But obviously, that's the main thing that coming into
Yeah.
this season for me. It's the mentality against the small teams. We need to get that bang on. If we can get that done, we'll have a very good season this season.
Yeah.
We just need to defend resolute and even start getting 1-0s. 1-0s away from home, 1-0 for even at home.
You win the league with them type of games.
Yeah, you look at like obviously Leicester and Chelsea. Every defense winning type team like is
Defensive mentality.
yeah, they've got a very good strong
Yeah.
back five or whatever. But our forward line, we've not got a problem at all
See,
with, have we?
Like, I've noticed in the past few years, past 2 champions, they've held out for like 0-0, 70, 75
Yeah.
minutes, and then go and sneak a goal.
Yeah.
And then it completely crushes the other opposition because they've done all the hard work. But the problem with attacking them from the straight
Yeah.
is you leave spaces.
And towards the end of the last 20 minutes, everyone's dying and
Yeah.
can't keep up with the pressure that we're renowned for.
Yeah. Oh, sound boys. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on, lads.
No worries, mate.
think
Nice one
that's-
for having us.
Definitely coming back on, boys, anyway.
Bring on Saturday.
But yeah, as always, everyone, hopefully you've enjoyed it. That was Jack and Jay coming on this week. I've got a variety of guests on, but these lads will be very much coming back on anyway. I'm absolutely made up to get them on every single Monday. Check the podcasts out, and they'll be coming on video as well. These lads aren't scared to get on the camera. But yeah, thank you, boys, for coming in. Yeah.
Nice one.
Do you want
Cheers
to say
for having
bye-bye
us.
to everyone?
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
And
guys.
come on, hopefully, when this gets released anyway, pre-match, and come on the Reds, and 3 points, not a more.
Bring on Saturday.
Bring on Saturday. All the best, everyone, and we'll speak to you very soon. All the best.
Peace
Ciao.
out.
Cheers, man.